Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just here with a little vlog to talk about a movie I just saw. I just got home, and it was Toy Story 3. And I have to say that it was probably one of the best movies that I have ever seen. I laughed. I cried, I cheered, I did everything that you're really supposed to do at a movie. Before I get into the movie, I saw it in 3D. This is very interesting. So the company that does all the 3D movies is called Real D. And these are their normal 3D glasses, you know, right? Well, now they have this new thing where they have a smaller pair for kids like me. Thumbnail. No, just kidding. So yeah, anyway, 2 sizes now, which I thought was cool. Now there are going to be spoilers in this video, but I will let you guys know when I'm going to talk about spoilers, so you guys can click out when I'm going to say something spoiling, whatever. But for now, if you haven't seen it yet, you can still watch the video. I'm just going to talk about stuff that won't spoil it for you. But when I do get into that, you can click out. I'll tell you when. So, you know, there was a lot of hype leading up to the movie. You know, the trailers and all the merchandise. And, you know, I was really, really, really excited to see it because at the time, before I saw this third one, the first one was my favorite, obviously. The second one I really, really didn't like. Just the story wasn't really there for me, I guess. But this one is probably my new favorite. The story was really good. The character of Lotso, he's the bear. You know, his character and like the storyline behind him was really, really interesting, and you could kind of see the improvements in the animation from the first one. You know, it still kind of had that classical, really kind of look to it, but you know, this time you could kind of see like the lighting was better, and it just had like a all around like more like really good feeling to it. Let me say there were a lot of moments at the end where I thought it was going to be over for all the toys. I know it sounds really silly because it's a Disney movie, it's a cartoon, you know, it's animated, but it was, you know, you've grown up with these characters, we've all grown up with these characters, you know, since we've been born. You know, we saw the first movie, you know, way back when we were really, really little, and now just to see, like, Andy going off to college, and, you know, all the toys realize that, well, he doesn't want us anymore, like, he's too old, he's not going to play with us anymore. At least that's what the toys think, but Andy still really likes the toys and wants to, you know, keep them in the attic, but that doesn't really turn out as planned. So now I'm going to reveal some spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie yet, click away. I will give you some time. I'll count to 3. 1. I can't count. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the main story is, it opens, you know, Andy's going to college, and it really starts out with Andy, and he's little, and he's playing with them, and then it turns out, you know, he grows up, and he's going to college, and, you know, it comes up to the question, like, what is he going to do with all these old toys? So he's like, well, should I give them away, or what? And so what Andy decides to do, he's like, I don't want to give them away, you know, they're really close to me. So he decides to put all of them in a trash bag, and he's going to put all of them in the attic, and he's going to bring Woody to college. Now, in the beginning, before they're being put in the attic, all the toys are like, you know, oh, he's going to throw us away, we're garbage, and Woody's convincing them that the attic is this great place, which, as it turns out, the attic really is a great place. So Andy puts Woody in his college box and he puts all the other toys in the garbage bag to go up to the attic. So what's happening, he's taking them up to the attic, and Molly comes and needs Andy's help. So Andy puts the bag down and goes downstairs to help Molly, his younger sister. Then Andy's mom comes down the hallway and sees the trash bag, picks it up thinking that it's trash that Andy cleared out from his room, and puts it on the curb. Then they go through this big sequence, and eventually, I can't explain the whole movie, all of the toys end up back in the trunk in this box that is being donated to Sunnyside Daycare. Now they're back in Andy's car. Now the reason they're going to Sunnyside Daycare is because Andy's mom goes up to Molly and was like, you need to clear out your room, you need to get rid of all the toys you don't play with anymore. Because Molly was like, ooh, can I have Andy's toys? And her mom was like, no, you have so many toys, like you really don't need all of them, so just clear out the ones that you don't play with and I'll donate them to Sunnyside. So Molly does that and puts it in Andy's car, so when Andy is going off to college, she can drop them off at Sunnyside. So all the toys go in the box, and Woody's like, you know, are you guys crazy? You're going to some daycare. You're leaving Andy behind. And at this point, Woody is totally convinced that Andy still loves them. And the toys are like, we're obsolete, you know, Andy's grown up. He doesn't want us anymore. And Andy really does care about them, and that's why he was putting them in the attic in the first place. But the toys, except Woody, don't realize that he was actually trying to take care of them and put them in the attic. But it was just a big misunderstanding that Andy's mom put it on the curb. So they end up going to Sunnyside Daycare, and they meet all the new toys, including Lotso, and he's the big teddy bear that smells of strawberries that kind of introduces them to the daycare, shows them all around, and, you know, shows them, you know, everything there is in the daycare. It turns out at first to be this great place. You know, they have this room where, like, the toys get massages. It's basically 10 times better than Andy's room. It's like this, I guess you could say, like, country club for toys. It's this great place, and all these toys are getting really excited to get play with, because Andy's you know, off to college, and he hasn't played with them obviously in a long time. And at first Woody's convinced that this daycare is just not a good place. He wants to go back with Andy. He wants to go back in the attic in Andy's house. He feels that the toys need to be there for Andy like Andy was there for them. It turns out Sunnyside is not a very great place. It's actually a prison, and Lotso the bear is actually the bad guy. He's the main bad character. And, you know, at first, Lotso places them in the toddler room, and the toys are so excited at first. Their first impression of Sunnyside is because they're in the bigger kid room, and they see all the big kids playing with the toys, you know, very nicely and treating them well. And then Lotso's like, oh, well, we're so happy to have you. We're going to put you in the caterpillar room. And the toys are so excited. Little do they know that it's the toddler room. The toddlers come in and just massacre them. They bang them. They paint on them. They are just messes, and they just want out of there. So you kind of get the main premises of the whole kind of story. Obviously, I can't go through the whole movie because this would be a very long video. But towards the end, I know this is going to sound very random because I really haven't explained the whole movie. The toys end up in a landfill, in like a garbage dump in a landfill, and they're going to get burned because they're in this big, it's kind of like a circle, and all the trash is going towards the middle into like this incinerator. And so all the toys, you know, are just, they're all holding hands with each other, just going down into the incinerator. And I honestly thought that this was the end for all the toys. But then the little alien guys, you know, the little green guys that they got from the first movie in Pizza Planet, they come down with the big garbage claw and save all of them. Lotso is then actually picked up by a garbage man and taken away. So that was kind of the whole, ooh, the villain, you know, he's bad, and he got a taste of his own medicine, so he's gone, and he's garbage, and, you know, we're all happy because he sucks. So the villain was taken care of, and in the end, Andy finds a new owner for all the toys because he knows that, you know, he can't play with them. He wants a great home for all of them, and it's a girl named Bonnie, and she appears in the story a few times, and he introduces all the toys to Bonnie. And he's supposed to take Woody, but Woody crawls into the box. And when he's giving all these toys to Bonnie, he realizes Woody's in there. And, At first he really doesn't want to give it to Bonnie, but he knows that Bonnie will take really good care of her and really wants her because earlier in the story, Woody ended up at Bonnie's house. But all around, it was a really great movie. I really enjoyed it, and go see it.